Okay, let's try something different.
Me and Katrina decided to make things official, and as much as she wanted to get married, I kept evading the question. I wasn't ready for all that now. I would expect her to understand that. But eventually, and sooner than I thought, she talked me into it. And so I proposed, for the second time. She was happy, of course, and I was proud to have her on my arm, but I had better things on my mind. But it had nothing to do with me disliking Katrina. I just didn't love her. We didn't have a big ceremony like me and Kyla did. Brought back too many memories thinking about it. Katrina and I had too much sex to worry about a honeymoon, and she was far too busy providing for me. She wouldn't let me lift a finger unless it involved cooking, because she couldn't cook at all. We led somewhat of a routine lifestyle, and she was a lot clingier than usual and really didn't care where I ran off to. I was her trophy. Every night, I would head to the bar and literally drown my feelings of guilt away. They lingered there, every night. And I was the only one that knew the truth. Kyla's untraceable body was nowhere to be found. I had the occasional cop come by and ask me about her whereabouts. And again, I would lie and tell them when she found out about me and Katrina, she just disappeared, and I didn't know where she was. There was no proof or evidence, so they couldn't lock me up. After drinking, I'd go home and fuck my wife so she wouldn't suspect anything. But my real reasoning was because at night, I could hear Kyla crying. Just as she did that night. It haunted me. Every single night. I needed to tell someone. Repent, maybe? I didn't know. Who would listen without being a snitch? I had a thought, but it was risky. Well, well, well. Look who the hell decided to resurface from the pits of hell. Ha ha, very funny. Let me in already, creep. Yeah, I don't think so. There's been a lot of alarming rumors about you as of late, and the first place you run to is my door? I need details. I moved in close to Damien and hissed harshly in his ears. Let me in, and I'll tell you. All right. He let me in and sat at his desk. Help yourself to whatever drink you want. I don't care. That's fine. I don't need anything. Suit yourself. So, what really happened to Kyla? Remember when I saw you in the library? Yeah, that was some time ago. Go on. Well, I picked up that book. Damien had this really gross look, but I charged ahead with my story and told him everything. After I'd finished, he stayed really quiet and just stared at me. So, you read a book on a whim and use a legendary man-eating plant to eat your wife after she catches you cheating? And how you're hearing her crying at night? Well, that's it in a nutshell. He smiled sarcastically. I knew there was something I really liked about you. You know, the normal person would call the cops. Well, I'm a grown-ass man who lives alone and just so happens to have an obsession with horror movies and a bunch of supernatural crap. I think I'm far from being normal. He walked up to me and looked me in the eyes. You're awfully bold today, I whispered. I've changed since I met you, and I'm well aware you won't stop me. What makes you so sure? I mumbled against his lips as he started to kiss me. Because you wouldn't be dressed like that just to tell me a child's story. Well, why the hell not? It's not like I didn't want to. Just promise me you won't disappear for another 2 years again, okay? We both laughed and collapsed into his bed and had sex for the second time. I loved women, but this feeling was missed, and it made me feel alive. On my usual stroll to the bar that night, something happened that almost made me throw up the martini I had just downed. I saw her, and I couldn't stop myself from yelling as my emotion erupted and spilled out. Kyla!